Hi, it's Joe. Welcome to the Quilt Report. Well, I had an idea. It was to take this beautiful, beautiful ikat woven wool fabric from Japan, a gift to me by my friend Patricia Bellier, and combine it with this black and white Kona cotton stripe, and to stick this little corner of orange in there. And then I had an idea. What I wanted to do was to use an image created by one of my favorite artists, Man Ray, called Tears. It's an eyeball with a tear, a couple of tears actually. They're made out of glycerin, I think, on this model's eye. I wanted to put this eyeball in big on my quilt. And I thought I would make and use this orange fabric to make bias tape out of it. And I started working on that. I used a chalk line and I drew it on, and I started imitating the. And the more I got on there, the worse it looked, and it just started looking worse and worse. And I had to stick with it. It took me a few days to get this whole thing done. I had to stick with it because of what I tell my students all the time, which is that there's going to be a point in your work where you're going to lose faith in yourself and your idea. And you're going to get these voices in your head that'll say, stop, stop, because they don't want you to be making yourself vulnerable to criticism by doing something dumb. And they say, stop, don't do this. And that's when you have to have faith in yourself, have faith in your idea, and power on through, no matter what the voices of insecurity tell you. So that's what I did. I powered on through all the voices of insecurity in my head. And I just kept working and working and working until today. I finally got the last bit of the iris of the eye done and hung it up on the wall. And it looked more like a sea monster than anything else. And I mean, it just looked terrible. And so I thought about starting over. I have more of this fabric. I went to see if I could buy more of this and just was going to recreate the background, and I couldn't find the stripe at my favorite fabric store nearby. And so I decided that what I needed to do was to remove all of this bias tape. So I start the ends, I loosen up some threads enough to be able to pull those all off. It only takes me about 5 minutes per piece of bias tape. So the whole thing should only take me about a week to get all of these pieces off there. And I keep telling myself that unsewing is part of sewing. You know that. It's just part of life. But you have to remember that. Every once in a while, those voices that tell you you're on the wrong track know what they're talking about. It's hard to know the difference. Thanks for stopping by.